Self-driving cars, do you trust them? A new study from the Independent Insurance Institute for Highway Safety suggests the machines are safer drivers than humans. It analyzed Waymo's driverless taxis from across the United States. And Benit is watching this for us. Let's start by talking about this new study.
Yeah, so they analyzed markets in LA, San Francisco, Phoenix, and Austin. And what they did was they looked at 50 million miles that these, driverless cars had driven. So that's about 80.5 kilometers. And they focused on things that are typically people would report to police. So what was the damage, the injury, did an airbag go off during this? And so they created these crash rates. They compared them to human drivers in those same areas. And what they found was that Waymo was involved in 68% fewer police reportable crashes per mile than humans. And this company, it started in 2009. By 2021 is when people started, taking rides in them. And now we're seeing that momentum pick up, of course.
I was in Houston, about 2 months ago to interview the Artemis astronauts, and I saw a Waymo taxi go by, guy in the back, nobody in the front. I couldn't believe it. And then the passenger got out, and then the Waymo car just drove away by itself, robot control. And then about a year and a half ago, I was in Texas, and I was in a semi-trailer that was completely remotely operated. There was a safety driver, because they were still testing it out, who was sitting behind the wheel just in case anything happened. But nothing happened. And we were rolling along the interstate between Dallas and Houston, completely controlled by a computer. It is shocking, kind of, but this company, Wabi, a Canadian company, says that this also is safer than your average driver.
That's what they're saying. For example, Waymo says it's created a driver that doesn't get tired, distracted, and it's there. So, and it's not just the U.S. They've been eyeing markets in Canada as well. For example, in Toronto, even in BC, and they said that they are having these discussions to really figure out their framework to bring them here. Like, you think about the Canadian winters. Is it sustainable for them to be here? Overall, BC has been a big no-no so far regarding fully self-driving vehicles as well. So it's still a question of time as to when these types of vehicles will actually play out here in Canada.
30 seconds left. If you were in the United States, one of those cities, and all of a sudden a driverless taxi pulled up, would you get in?
I think I would.
Yeah?
I'm curious. I want to see what it's like. Obviously, I would be, when you go on the highway ramp, I'm worried about that. What if there's like a quick stop that has to be made, something goes on? Those are the things that I would be worried about, but I'd try it out.
Look at that thing. So our senior producer today, Jeff, took one of these in the States, and he said they are, well, I won't quote him exactly because, some language is probably not friendly for our total audience, but he gave it 2 thumbs up. Okay, Benit, thank you very much.